how do we navigate the uncharted waters of managing infectious diseases in an era saturated with data, some of it misleading and some enlightening? One man, Dr. Hwa A, a bioinformatics expert who has worked with organizations as diverse as the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization and the National Cancer Institute, provides some insights. When a new infectious disease like COVID-19 emerges, Dr. Lim says, it's not just the virus we're battling, we're also fighting the behavioral responses of people, such as hysteria. This is a type of systematic bias that goes beyond mere noise. It's a shift in the behavior of entire populations, and it can significantly skew the data we rely on to understand and combat the disease. Take, for instance, the case of doctors' offices changing protocols during the pandemic, asking patients with suspected coronavirus to stay home rather than come in. This seemingly sensible measure inadvertently created a blind spot in the data collected by surveillance systems like those of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. In such scenarios, Dr. Lim suggests, we must learn to adapt and retrain our data sources. This might involve disregarding data affected by social anxiety and hysteria, like Twitter trends or Google searches. But how can we then forecast the progression of a disease? Dr. Lim points to the work of the Delphi research group led by Ron Rosenfeld at Carnegie Mellon University, winners of the CDC's annual Predict the Flu Challenge. The group asks lay people to forecast the rise of the flu in different regions of the U.S., using past data and current information. Under normal circumstances, Dr. Lim acknowledges an individual's guess might not be very accurate. But when aggregated, these predictions can be surprisingly accurate. The key, according to Dr. Lim, isn't necessarily expertise, but rather attention to detail and conscientiousness. However, he also warns of a significant challenge: maintaining the motivation of these volunteer forecasters over time. As the novelty wears off, so does their enthusiasm, potentially impacting the effectiveness of this crowdsourced approach. In summary, Dr. Lim's insights into managing infectious diseases highlight the importance of understanding and addressing biases in data, adapting our data sources in response to changing behaviors, and harnessing the power of collective forecasting. But perhaps his most significant contribution is a reminder that the fight against infectious diseases is as much about understanding human behavior as it is about understanding the disease itself.